workstation setup up here. This episode we're going to tear this bad boy down, do a couple of other things while it's together. Like we got to move one stud because I'm missing one and I use a bolt instead and I have a clearance issue, as you've seen at the end of the last video with the turbo manifold. So we got to move that stud to the front and we're going to use the bolt hole in the back. So I'm not going to bore you with anything, so we're just going to jump straight into it. Nick let me use his GoPro, so for some shots we'll use that where we can. I don't really have a mount to mount it anywhere, so we'll see how that goes. Yeah, alright, so let's cut to it. First thing we're going to do is we're going to take off the intake manifold and the fuel rail. I'm going to do this pretty in depth, this whole video. There's not many super in depth ones, so I've torn down a few of these. So this one has all the heater core lines and all that deleted, so this one will be easier than yours if it's the first time it's pulling apart. But yeah, let's jump into it. Okay, so for the fuel rail here, we have bolt here, bolt here. If it's the first time it came apart, you're gonna have a bolt here, one at the back here. That one's also an intake manifold nut, and then these two 12s. These three are 12s, these two are 10s. Pro tip, label bags, keep your bolts in those labeled bags. And then from here you just pop that out. You do have two little spacers right here. Don't lose those. Drop those in the bag with your bolts. Now if you're forgetful and can't remember where to put things, stick them back in with your bolts. Now we will be putting new injectors in, but we'll do that on assembly. We are going to take these lines apart, replace these soft lines with new ones. We're going to get actually, we're not going to be running one of these lines, so we'll end up cutting this, grinding it down real nice, and we're going to run an aftermarket fuel pressure regulator, and we'll just switch out the injectors. Yeah. So, unplug the vacuum line in the back, go put that in your storage place. So now we're going to take off the intake manifold, and it just consists of all these 12s, and there's one under there too. And because all my stuff's deleted, I just have to take off this one water line in there. Sorry for the poor lighting. Let me see if I can yeah, that one in there, if it'll focus. Oh, okay. So that, and normally you have little brackets here. I don't have them, don't want them. So let's jump to it and start taking these brackets off. Obviously take the easy ones first, take the hard ones next. Bring my tripod over somewhere where you're not in my way. I can still get it. Get the shot, hopefully something like that. Now I'm a mechanic by trade, so most of my tools are at the shop. So I'm kind of improvising with what I got here. throw these O-rings when I can get them out into the bag with everything else. I'm gonna put them in a separate bag inside that bag though, so they don't get damaged. Notice my feet a lot through these videos probably. But we see it right there. I don't suggest working on cars in bare feet. You want some protection. Now the only reason I don't have foot protection is I had a hard enough time getting my wife to let me bring my engine in the house. Now I'm going to start pushing it wearing my shoes in here too. Now we can come over here, wiggle that intake right off, bring it back over. Now I'm just going to set my injectors back in spot, kind of drop that down into a storage tote. So now we're going to go ahead and remove engine mounts on both sides. Now I believe those are 14 mils. So we're going to go ahead and take those out. Okay, one of those bolts we can't get until we undo the oil filter, and I do not have a pan in here to catch that right now. Now even if you only have 3 bolts in it, don't throw them back into the block. Some machine shops don't like that. I'm even going to pull this dipstick tube, all of it. They don't like that shit. So now that we got this side of the engine stripped, we're going to move back over to the other side. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to lower this stand a little. So what I want us to do is take this alternator and alternator bracket off. Sorry about the harsh light. Don't know why it's coming out like that, but it is. So we're going to start by get that into our little storage bin. Ow. Oh shit, wrong one. That was the water pump one. You know what, we can keep that out though. You can just drop that in a water pump bag. Take that out. So it's also double this front timing cover. So that's off now. I guess we might as well just take our water pump off now, since we're already better. Now if you're doing this in your house, like me, get something to catch all this. Or at least try to. Always give your parts an inspection, a quick inspection. Make sure they're good. So we got the water pump off. Clean up a little bit. Coolant is poison. So let's see how this goes. Now, since I'm in my house, I'm going to keep that as vertical as possible. I'm going to tie it up in a bag, throw it straight in the trash. And by trash, guys, I did mean an oil disposal site, not your household garbage. Put shit where it goes. Engine mounts, you know? And it's a good idea to keep the workspace tidy. I'm bad for not keeping my workspace tidy, but something's gotta do. And most of these parts, we're gonna end up taking them to the shop and running them through the parts washer. So now one sec, guys. So now what we're gonna want to do is find top dead center, and it's marked out on the crank. Now, so right now I'm just double checking what timing mark it is. Just to make sure I do this correct. I've taken apart numerous ones, but I always seem to forget. So yeah, I just pull it up on my phone and it's the second mark is top dead center. That's what we want. So I'll bring you over here. Or bring you down. Bring you in. Now I
don't want you guys saying, oh, you don't have it lined up right or this or that. I know where it is. You guys are looking at it from a fisheye. So here come our marks. Right there would be top red center. But now we're going to verify it. To verify it, we come back up. And we're going to pop out spark plug number 1. Just to verify that it's actually at TDC. We are at top dead center. Can't really show you, but I'll show you another method after you get this valve cover off. Once again, bag is marked. Pull it off. Now, you get some light. I got a nice little Milwaukee inspection camera and just check everything out. Now it looks like I should be using some better oil and maybe change my oil more frequently. So yeah, okay. I don't know if you can see it in there, but way in there. You can see the top of the piston. You can see. So guys, we got the valve cover off. That's where I'm going to end this episode. I feel like this episode's dragging on. I'm going to leave it pretty raw. I'm not going to cut it down too much so you see more real time what it was. I didn't do any work in between videos that I can remember anyway. So what I'm going to do is end this off and I'm just going to keep moving, keep filming. But you guys are going to see that as a separate part. Leave any comments if you have any questions or concerns. I know a few of these bolts seemed a little loose. You don't need to say that. I know that. So next we will be tearing this thing down to bare block. So see you later, guys.